Welcome back to Bizarre Bureau, where we uncover the truth behind the world's most enduring mysteries. Have you ever wondered if the greatest story ever told has a secret, hidden chapter? What if the Holy Grail isn't a cup at all, but a person of bloodline that has been protected for centuries by a powerful clandestine society? Today we delve into the shadowy world of the Priory of Sion, a secret organization said to be the guardian of a truth so profound it could rewrite history as we know it. Did Leonardo da Vinci hide clues in his paintings? Was Sir Isaac Newton part of this grand conspiracy? Forget everything you think you know. We're about to explore the alleged connection between Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene, and a royal lineage that supposedly continues to this day. Stick around, because this story is more incredible than any fiction. The legend of the Priory of Sion exploded into popular culture, but its origins are murky and deeply intertwined with intrigue. The story, as it's most famously told, begins in 1956 in the small French town of Annemasse. A man named Pierre Planter, along with a few associates, legally registered a new group, the Priory of Sion. At first, it seemed like a modest local association, focused on community housing and mutual aid. Nothing to suggest a grand historical conspiracy. However, things took a dramatic turn in the 1960s. Planter began to claim that his humble group was, in fact, the modern incarnation of a much older, more powerful secret society founded during the First Crusade in 1099 by Godfrey of Bouillon. According to Planter's ever-evolving narrative, this ancient Priory of Sion had a singular, monumental purpose: to protect the descendants of Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene. He claimed that after the crucifixion, a pregnant Mary Magdalene fled to the south of France, where she gave birth to a child. This child's lineage would eventually merge with the Frankish Merovingian kings, creating a sacred royal bloodline. The Priory's mission was to safeguard this secret and work behind the scenes to eventually restore this dynasty to the throne of France, and perhaps even all of Europe. To support these extraordinary claims, a series of documents known as the Dossier Secrets Henry Lobinot, or the Secret Dossiers, were mysteriously deposited into the Bibliothèque Nationale de France in Paris. These documents were a treasure trove for conspiracy theorists. They contained complex genealogies tracing Planter's own ancestry back to the Merovingian King Dagobert II, and by extension, to the bloodline of Christ. Most sensationally, they listed a series of illustrious Grand Masters who had allegedly led the Priory of Sion through the centuries. The names were staggering: Sandro Botticelli, Sir Isaac Newton, Victor Hugo, Claude Debussy, Jean Cocteau, and most famously of all, Leonardo da Vinci. The idea that these giants of art, science, and literature were all secretly united in a conspiracy to protect Christ's lineage was electrifying. It suggested that clues to this world-shattering secret were hidden in plain sight, encoded in masterpieces like the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. Suddenly, Da Vinci wasn't just a genius artist. He was a gatekeeper of forbidden knowledge. This narrative was further popularized by the 1982 book The Holy Blood and the Holy Grail by Michael Bajan, Richard Lee, and Henry Lincoln. The authors stumbled upon the story while researching the mystery of Rennes-le-Château, another French enigma involving a supposedly rich priest and a hidden treasure. They took Planter's claims and ran with them, conducting their own investigation and weaving together a compelling, detailed hypothesis. They argued that the Holy Grail, or Saint Grail, was a corruption of Saint Real, Old French for royal blood. The Grail wasn't an object to be found, but a bloodline to be protected. Their book became an international bestseller, cementing the Priory of Sion in the public imagination as the powerful, shadowy organization pulling the strings of history. For decades, this was the story. A secret society of immense power and influence, a hidden bloodline, and a conspiracy stretching back 2 millennia. It was the perfect mystery. But, as with many stories that seem too good to be true, this one had a twist. And it was a big one. As investigators and historians dug deeper, the entire magnificent edifice began to crumble. The dossier secrets, the very foundation of the Priory's historical claim, were found to be elaborate forgeries. Researchers discovered that the documents were crafted in the 1960s by Pierre Planter himself. With the help of his friend Philippe de Cherisy, the esteemed list of Grand Masters fabricated. The ancient genealogies linking Planter to Merovingian kings invented. The entire sweeping history of a secret society founded in 1099 was in reality a modern hoax born from the ambitious imagination of one man. It turned out that Philippe de Cherisy, a comedian and writer, had a knack for creating fake historical parchments, which he had skillfully aged to look authentic. The Priory of Sion wasn't an ancient order of knights and geniuses. It was a 20th century club created by Planter, who seemingly yearned for a noble lineage and a place in history. The final nail in the coffin came in 1993, during a legal investigation related to a separate financial scandal. A French judge ordered a search of Pierre Planter's home. The authorities found a cache of documents that declared Planter to be the true king of France. Faced with legal pressure and presented with his own fabricated documents, Planter confessed under oath that he had made the whole thing up. The grand century-spanning conspiracy was officially debunked by its own creator. The Priory of Sion, as described in the Holy Blood and the Holy Grail, was a fiction, a modern myth. So, where does that leave us? Was it all just a lie? Well, yes and no. The historical Priory of Sion, with its lineage of Grand Masters from Da Vinci to Cocteau, was definitively a hoax. Pierre Planter was a fantastically successful mythmaker, a man who managed to fool millions and inspire a global phenomenon. But the idea of the Priory of Sion taps into something much deeper and more resonant. It speaks to our fascination with secret histories, our suspicion that powerful forces operate just beyond our sight, and our desire to believe that there are still profound mysteries left to uncover in the world. The Priory of Sion hoax cleverly blended real historical elements with fiction, making it tantalizingly plausible. The Knights Templar, the Merovingian kings, the mystery of Rennes-le-Château, these are all genuine historical subjects shrouded in their own layers of intrigue. Planter simply wove them together into a single grand unified theory of conspiracy. And even though we know it's a hoax, the story's allure persists. It sparked a global conversation and inspired countless books and movies, most notably Dan Brown's The Da Vinci Code, which brought the Priory's mythology to an even wider audience. In the end, the story of the Priory of Sion is not about an ancient conspiracy, but about the power of storytelling itself. It's a testament to how a well-crafted narrative can take on a life of its own, blurring the lines between fact and fiction until the myth becomes more compelling than the reality. Pierre Planter may not have been the descendant of Jesus Christ, but he did achieve a strange kind of immortality. He created one of the most successful and enduring hoaxes of the 20th century, a story that continues to captivate and mystify us. The Priory of Sion may be fake, but our fascination with the secrets it promised is very, very real. What do you think? Were you ever convinced by the Priory of Sion legend? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. The truth might be stranger than fiction, but sometimes fiction is just more fun. Thanks for joining us here at Bizarre Bureau. If you enjoy untangling the world's greatest mysteries, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the unknown. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an investigation. Until next time, stay curious.